Hey, 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 friends. How are you? It's Gwen here. I am so excited to talk to you about this topic today. Finances. Who knew? Who knew this would be such an exciting topic for me? But it's only exciting because I've been down the path and I've learned some things and I've seen what works and what's working. And I want to share it with you because what I'm here for, if you don't know me, what I'm here for is helping people find balance and achieve life changes in every single major area of life. It's just something that I do and I'm good at it and I love bringing it to you. So if you are new here, thank you for being here. We are actually new to the YouTubes. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and throw that subscribe button on. That way you know when we have new videos. And also turn that little bell on. The bell will let you know when we're here, when we go live, as soon as we have new videos, which we're coming on all the time. So thank you for being here from the beginning with us. Today, I want to talk to you about something called drama-free financing, because I don't know about you, but while drama has no place in my life in general, it certainly does not have a place in my life in my finances. So raise your hand if you would like drama-free finances right now. Raise your hand if you would like to be debt-free right now. I cannot promise you miracles, and by doing these three things, they're not going to make you debt-free today. But if you do these small 3 strategic steps consistently over time, you will be debt-free, I promise you. And what's on the other side, what's on that debt-free side is so rewarding, is so exciting that I promise you, you will never want to slide back into the drama finance side, okay? So 3 steps. First of all, I did not initially start in business knowing that I was going to be able to pay down my debt. And if you've ever said yeah, I want to be debt-free, I still want to be debt-free, I'm not talking about the debt-free that is well, I paid all my credit cards off, but I still have a car payment and I still have a mortgage payment. I'm not talking about that debt-free. I'm talking about the debt-free that means you literally have no payments. You have no lease payments, you have no credit card payments, you have no mortgage payments. Now, I have not achieved complete debt-free quite yet, but I am on the road. And like I said, I've learned some things. We've got you guys on live. Please say hi when you're here so I can see. And I'm here to share with you so that we can go ahead into the world together and change the talk about money. It's really, really important. Okay, so 3 steps to drama-free finances. I'm going to give you the first step. This is going to be one of the most important things that you do. And honestly, it's hard. It is hard because you have to come to terms with a couple of things. What I want you to do is slash your expenses to your necessary costs. What are the things that we need and are non-negotiables in our life? We need food, we need water, we need shelter. What else? We need clothes. Okay, because you'll get arrested if you're out there without clothing on. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I don't recommend it. And I mean, could you live without 4 walls? Yeah, you could. But I live in New England and there's about a foot of snow on the ground right now. So I don't have enough body fat to carry me through that. I don't know about you, but those are 4 things that are non-negotiable in my life. Now, could you live without Netflix? Is it a non-negotiable in your life? The only reason why things should be non-negotiable are if they literally bring you nourishment just for survival, okay? And if it is your source of income. So if your source of income is somehow through Netflix and you need Netflix in order to do your job and make money, you can keep the Netflix. But if you are struggling financially and you want to get out of debt, you need to cut the costs that are not necessary. And so you need to start looking at, I want you to go into your finances. I know this is the scariest part, right? Because I don't know about you, but before, when someone mentioned the word finances, I would be like, ooh, gotta go. See you later. You know what I mean? Because who wants to talk about their finances? It doesn't feel freeing when you're trapped in debt. So I want to get you out of there so that we can talk about finances free, because then you can be 100% you. When you have finances that are pulling you down and if you've debt that is just on your shoulders, you're stressed, and then that stress leaks into your relationships, and then with your kids, and at home, and at your work, and like no one wants to be a stress ball, okay? Slash your expenses to only your necessary costs. Print out your bank statement for the past 3 months. Go to your Venmo, go to your PayPal, go to any other way that things get pulled out of your bank account. Print off your statements for the past 3 months and take a look at the things. Literally take a pen and paper and cross off the ones that you don't need, because that's going to feel good in your mind. And that starts the process of like your mind being like, okay, we don't need those. All right, that's fine. I get it. I'm going to cross it off. And then you go and you unsubscribe to that. How many of you are subscribed to things because you don't know how to unsubscribe to them? Today, I'm giving you the kick in the booty to contact that company, contact that person, stop the subscription, the things that you don't need. If you want to get out of debt and be financially free, this is the first step that you have to make. Okay, number 2, sell your unused items. Do you have a random bookshelf or table or chairs or some kind of set in your basement that you can live without because you're not using them? Could you make money by selling them on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or any other yard sale or other option? Could you do that? Yes. You can find, no matter what, like some of you might be sitting there and being like, okay, well, I have a table downstairs, but it's from 1940. This is real life, by the way. It's from 1940 and no one else is going to want that table. Well, somehow you got that table, right? So someone's going to want that table. And no matter how much money that table is worth, say it's $10, you can get $10 extra in your pocket that you didn't have yesterday. Am I right? Okay. So that $10 extra you're going to take in, that's income. What else can you put up for sale that are unused items that are just sitting around? Maybe you've saved baby items that you're no longer using, like a swing or a rocker or a chair or a glider or whatever. Can you sell them because somebody else needs what you have? Sell your unused items. That's number 2. Number 3, look for some work at home gigs, you guys. They are plentiful. It's how I got here. It's how I left my job as a doctor of audiology to come home to my family, because I just wanted to be the one to decide when I got to spend time with my kids. I didn't want someone else telling me, well, you have to be at work at 8 o'clock and then you have to leave at 5 o'clock and then you have to pick up your kids at 5:30 and make dinner and then put them to bed and then not have any time for you. I wanted to be the one who decided, oh, okay, I can put my kids in school 3 days a week and homeschool the other 2. Because I don't know about you, but I love my children. I love my family. 24 hours day in and day out is not good for me. I need me time. I know that. You might be someone who can totally stay at home 24 hours a day with your kids and homeschool them, and you are a saint. And you probably do it really well. But all I'm saying is that I wanted to be the one who could make the decision in my life about when and where I spent my time, okay? I wanted to go to the gym in the mornings. I didn't want to have to wait till 8:30 at night. I wanted to have time to cook my dinners. I wanted to have time to plan for my dinners. And I wanted to have stress-free relationship at home. Like I just didn't want that to be stressful. You can find a work at home gig that might be just a side hustle for right now. You can make some extra money and pay down some extra debt, put some money in savings, put it towards some other things, right? You can find a side gig, a work at home side gig for right now that you only do a half an hour every night after the kids are in bed. I promise you, you go to the YouTubes, you search work at home gig or work from home gig, or you go to the Googles and you search work from home. I would be here all day if I gave you a list of all the possibilities, but they are out there. They don't have to cost you a lot. You can start any business that you want to right now from home. Okay, so find yourself a work at home gig and get that income coming in. This is my last tip, and it's kind of a bonus. So it's tip number 4. Start building a rainy day savings account. Even if you only start with $10, aim to start with 100. If you can't start with 100, you start with $10. You build something, because we can't just hammer down, pay debt, and not have any fun in life. That's not what we were put on this earth to do. Because if you have debt that looks like an enormous debt, and if you break it down and it's going to take you years to pay off that debt, you're going to be eating dirt for years, and you're not going to have any fun in that time just to pay off your debt. I mean, yeah, the bonus and the great life is on the other side of paying off debt, right? But if it takes you years to get there and you're missing part of your life that could be fun with your kids and with your family and with your friends, like if you're missing part of that life, it is not fun. No one's going to want to do it, and you're not going to stick to it. So you want to have some money that you can set aside for fun, and you want to have some money that you can set aside in the savings, like an emergency, okay? Like anything, if anything happens. If you're not sure how to do these small steps regularly, send me a message. Let's chat it out. What I do is help people find balance and achieve life changes in every major area, but specifically financial. It's just something that I do. It's just something that I'm good at. And I love it. And I love to see the change that happens in people when we break free from the drama that's involved in finances, when there can be less stress at home and you can have more fun and you can see your friends and you can go on trips and you can pay for things in cash without putting yourself in more debt. You guys, life is golden. Life is golden. You know what I mean? What we want to get you to, what I want to get you to, because I know that it feels good and I know that it works, is we want to get to a gap called a green gap. We want your income to be more than your expenses so that when you calculate that out, you have this cushion, right? You have this cushion of money. And what happens to most of us is that the cushion kind of just sits there and we don't really do anything with it because we haven't delegated it. And then you kind of just spend it because it's there. A lot of us have our income less than our expenses, and now we have a red gap. And no one wants a red gap. It's actually not a gap. It's like a merger. It's an overlap. Okay, we don't want the red. There's going to be a lot of you that are there, and I have literally been there. Okay, I have been there. The red gap is no fun, but small, tangible steps like the ones that I gave you today can get you out of the red gap. Again, if you don't know how to achieve this, if you're not even sure where to start, if you need a little bit of guidance, just go ahead and leave me a comment or send me an email. My email is in the content below the video. You can grab it and shoot me an email. I'd be happy to hop on a call with you and discuss the possibilities that you have to living a life of financial freedom, to working a job that feels good for you, to being able to have fun, no stress, have faith, be grateful for what you have, and live a life of balance. If that sounds like something that you want to do, just get in touch. If you have questions, just get in touch. But if you do these 3 things, I promise you today, if you start them today, you are on a path to financial freedom that feels really, really good. And I want to hear about it. All right, you guys are amazing. Until next time, make sure you click that subscribe button so you know when we've got videos on. You click the bell so you get notified every time a video pops up, which is often. We're going to be loading a ton of content in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of months, because I want you guys to have this change. I want you guys to feel good, have faith, have fun. I love you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.